Do this and she will instantly respect you. Since I first started diving into the intricacies of female psychology and how attraction works, one specific phrase has stuck with me. If a woman doesn't respect you, she will never truly love you. That statement is absolutely true. But what I didn't understand back then was that the kind of respect a woman needs to have for you isn't the same as the general respect you might share with other people. It's a different, deeper kind of respect. Before we dive into the details, let me quickly remind you to show some love by hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel. Your support not only motivates me to bring you more high-quality content, but it also helps the algorithm spread this video to others who need this information. Can I count on your like, all right? Let's get straight to the point. If you're here expecting the usual advice like setting boundaries, hitting the gym, or being polite, you might want to stop watching now. Those tips are decent, but they're not what we're discussing today. The respect we're talking about, the kind that ignites attraction and deepens love, is on a completely different level. Let me explain. There are two types of respect you need to understand. One, grandfather respect. This is the kind of respect she might feel for her grandfather. It's rooted in familiarity, fondness, and perhaps obligation. It's the same kind of respect she might have for her friends, including those poor guys stuck in the friend zone. 2, emperor respect. This is the respect she would feel for a Roman emperor commanding. Inspiring and awe-inspiring. This kind of respect is powerful, and it's the foundation of her fantasies. It's crystal clear. The respect a woman must have for you is emperor respect. Here's an important truth. Respect isn't something that happens overnight. It's not a switch you can flip. Back in the day, I used to think that respect could be established quickly, just by setting a few boundaries or saying the right things. I followed advice from dating books and seduction gurus, but all it did was earn me that grandfather respect that lands you squarely in the friend zone. Let's break this down with a practical example. Imagine you're driving and a police officer pulls you over to check your documents. You likely respect the officer, and maybe you even feel a little intimidated. Now ask yourself why. Is it because the officer sets boundaries? Not really. It's because the officer has authority, power, and to some extent, evokes a subtle fear. This feeling is similar to what a woman must feel towards you. For her respect to grow into admiration and love. And here's the key. This type of respect isn't something you try to earn. It's something she wants to give you. Before we continue, let me ask you, ever thought about sending just one text that could make a woman crave you instantly? Imagine a message so powerful it takes over her mind, making her think about you nonstop, even if she's currently with someone else or sees you as just a friend. These secret phrases trigger an obsession, leaving her excited and desperate to see you. But be warned if you don't want her falling head over heels. Don't use these ready to have her hooked. Click the first link below to download these magnetic messages, and watch her count down the minutes until your next date. The 2 pillars of respect: power and fear. Now let's break down these 2 components. First, let's talk about power. In a relationship, power comes from remaining true to yourself. Your life interests and hobbies should remain consistent. After meeting her, sure, you can try new things, but not because she's asking you to change. For example, if you're a smoker and decide to quit, do it for yourself, not for her. Early in a relationship, Many women will unconsciously test your resolve. She might comment on your style, suggest you change your haircut, or even criticize your friends or job. If you cave to these suggestions, you lose your power and with it her respect. Your opinions and decisions should remain independent of her influence. For instance, if she tells you to stop wearing a certain jacket, don't argue or justify your choice aggressively. Stay calm and assertive, responding with a simple no. Actions speak louder than words. Never sacrifice your happiness or your identity for a woman. Movies and TV shows might glorify grand sacrifices for love. But in reality, these actions often lead to the friend zone. The second component of respect is fear. Not the kind that makes her afraid of you, but a subtle fear of losing you. This fear is tied to a fundamental principle. Investment equals attraction equals respect. Many men make the mistake of thinking that their investment in a woman, expensive dates, lavish gifts, or constant attention, will win her over, but the truth is, her attraction doesn't grow when you invest heavily in her. It grows when she invests in you. Let her put effort into the relationship. When she invests her time, energy, and even emotions in you, her attachment deepens. And with that investment comes a healthy fear of losing you. Think about it: if you were saving money in a jar every day, you wouldn't worry much about it in the beginning. But as the savings grow, your concern for its safety increases. The same principle applies here. Let's make this actionable. Stop apologizing excessively. Many men apologize for things that don't require an apology. If you haven't done anything wrong, don't apologize, for instance. If you give her constructive feedback and she gets upset, don't backtrack instead. Tease her gently or change the subject. Stay calm under pressure if she tries to provoke or test you. Remain composed. Losing your temper or acting impulsively is a clear sign that she's controlling your emotions. Hold her accountable. If she disrespects you, let her face the consequences. For example, if she cancels a date at the last minute, let her know she's messing up her chances with you. And leave it at that. If you make a significant mistake, like forgetting an anniversary, apologize briefly but don't grovel. On the other hand, if she's the one at fault, don't overreact or demand an apology. Instead, hold her accountable subtly and let her come to you. If she ever commits a major betrayal like cheating, there's no option but to end the relationship. Forgiving such actions will destroy her respect for you permanently. Respect is a balance of power and investment. When these elements align, you'll earn the kind of respect that builds attraction and love. Now go out there and become the best version of yourself.